Good morning. Thank you for joining me. I'm Nate Wade. I'm a real estate agent over at Central Austin Realty. We're a locally based real estate company in Austin, Texas. We're located at 401 East 51st Street in the North Loop, kind of Hyde Park area, central north end of Austin. I just wanted to introduce myself and create the start of one of many videos that kind of help you understand the aspects of real estate, what we do, and how we can better help each other to get where you're going. The basics that I could think of to start this off with is what is residential real estate and what are the different aspects within it. So residential real estate is basically just focusing on where people live. The other aspect of real estate is the commercial end, and that's more where businesses and offices and restaurants operate off. But for today, we're just going to talk about residential real estate. The most simplest portion of that is the house. That's what you usually see, the for sale signs or for rent signs on a house. And that is basically the most common understood area of purchasing a property or renting a property. And whenever you go into that realm, you own the borders of that land and anything that's on top of that. So what's on top of that is usually the improvements is what they're called, is the house, and the price that you pay is kind of what the house is worth, as far as with consideration of the land underneath it as well. So, and that's usually for a single family residence. So you're talking about 1 to 5 bedroom home, usually 1 to 4 bathrooms kind of thing. But that's the first start of it. After that, you have duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes. Now, within the if you're purchasing a home, a conventional loan will allow you to purchase a single family home, but it'll also allow you to purchase anything up to 4 different residences on the same property. So if you are looking to purchase a house, you can also look into buying a duplex or a triplex or a fourplex within the same conventional loan. And sometimes that income that you'll get from the other side of the property will help you borrow more money, because they are considering that as a portion of income. So a lot more details that go into that, and we'll probably make another video when it comes down to purchasing duplexes, and certainly make another video for purchasing homes too, because there's a lot to know. But the other side of it is if you are just renting, the easiest way to get into a place is usually through an apartment. They have lower deposits, lower overhead, lower responsibility for the tenants. So you can get in to any of those properties with a lot more ease than going to purchase or rent a house. The apartments are usually owned by one person. So if you have a building that is owned by one landlord and they do the managing for that building, that is an apartment. Condos are a little different because condos actually are individually owned by different owners. So they might look the same on the outside sometimes. Sometimes you can tell what an apartment looks like and what a condo building looks like. Condo buildings are usually a little more upkept because they have more pride of ownership and more money coming in from the residents of it to take care of the property. So condos are basically if you have that same building, but each one of the units are owned by a different person, and then that person can in turn lease it out or sell it or buy another one, or there's a lot of different aspects you can do, but it's basically a house kind of in the sky in a way, and when you purchase a condo too, not only do you own the area within the unit that you purchase, but you also own a percentage of the entire building and common areas too, because all of the ownership of the entire building is given over to the owners. So if there's 100 units in one building, you're going to own also 1% of the common area in that entire building. With condos though, you do have an extra expense. So if you don't want a lot of responsibility as far as the general maintenance and upkeep of a residence like a house, if you don't want to deal with the fact that, well, my roof might go out sometime and I'm the only one that's going to be able to take care of that, a condo building will allow you to spread the cost out over all of the residents inside. So you pay that monthly through your HOA, and if anything happens in the building that it's needed for repairs, it's a much lower cost to you as an individual than it is if you own the entire house yourself. So that's just a general overview of a few different aspects within the residential real estate. Each one of those really deserve their own video to understand kind of all the details that go into it. But in the meantime, I just wanted to get you started in understanding some very basic concepts, and we'll start expanding on those at a later date. Thank you so much, and I look forward to working with you in the future.